Welcome to the financial reports overview. So in this video, we'll take you through the main financial reports available in the system, explaining their purpose and show you how to access them. So the first one, we will look into the income statement, cash or accrual basis. So we'll start with, click on reports, the income statement, cash basis. So the income statement cash basis is recorded when cash is received and expense is actual paid. So you specify the period and then you run reports. That's how you access it. And then you'll see all the information you need and about the revenue received. And then you move on to the income statement accrual. And then you specify the period, you run the report. Okay, so the accrual basis, it is the revenue that is recorded even if it's not yet paid. And the expenses is recorded when incurred even if it's not yet paid. So in this case, this is our accrual basis. This is how it looks like, and it is shown, or it is presented quarterly. And then we move on to the next, which is our balance sheet. Okay, so firstly, I'll explain what is a balance sheet. The balance sheet provides a snapshot of your school's assets, liabilities, and equity at a specific point in time. You can use this report to understand what your school owns, what it owes, and the remaining equity. So you specify the period and you run a report. Okay, in this case, you must always ensure that your total liabilities and equity are equivalent to your total assets. And then we move on to the statement of cash flows. This shows how cash moves through the organization. So we have three activities. We have operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. So you specify the period also and then run reports. This report helps to track liquidity and cash management. As you can see, operating, investing, and financing activities. And then we move on to the trial balance. This one, I think we're all familiar with this. The trial balance, it is the list of all general ledger accounts with their debit and credit balances. It is the foundation of our financial statements, which are income statement and balance sheet. It is used to ensure that the debit side is equivalent to the credit side, and it provides the foundation for preparing financial statements. So as you can see, our debit side is equivalent to the credit side. And then we move on to the general ledger. Okay, the general ledger report, it shows all the transactions posted to each account. Okay, we'll just specify the period and the account, and then you run a report. And this is how it looks like. And then on this side, we have the accounts for the payments received and the and the payment, for example, the payment for the outstanding payment for Liam, for example, was 15,000, and we can see for Abduli It was 400, the payment received from Abduli. It shows, as I mentioned earlier, that the general ledger shows all the transaction posted to each account. As you can see, we have the date, how the amounts are splitted, our debit side, our credit side, and the balance. And then we move on to the accounts receivable aging report. It shows the outstanding invoices and how long they've been unpaid. So select on NR. This helps to track the overdue payments also. You can specify the date, the grade, and run reports. Okay, so it shows the name of the learner or the student owing. This is the full amount that the learner is owing, 2,530, but was able to pay 130. As you can see, it's a payment receipt, so the money that we received from this learner or student, and the remaining balance that he's supposed to pay is 2,250. So it shows the invoice number, the payment receipt reference or number, and also the date. And then we move on to the reports for budgets plan versus actual. This one, it compares your budgeted amounts with actual performance. So you specify the period and then run reports. This report helps you to monitor financial performance against your plan and identify areas where expenses or revenues differ from expectations. So in this case, we have the actual budget and then the budget that we have. And then if we went over budget, it shows on this column the percentage of the budget. And then we move on to the report for the WCED 043 report. The WCED 043 report is a specialized report required for regulatory or compliance purposes. So you click on school. This one you'll find it here under school, and then select on WCD 043 reports. You have to specify a period for this one and then run reports. Then you will see your WCED 043. It's consolidate the financial data and the formats needed by the Western Cape Education Department or similar authorities. As you can see, this is our WCED 043 report. You can also check the accounts here. You can also save, you can print from here. If you want to have a physical paper, or if you want this documents in paper, this reports in paper, you can just print it. In conclusion of our overview of the financial reports in the system, you must always remember each report serves a specific purpose, from tracking revenue and expenses, monitoring cash flow, auditing accounts, to meeting regulatory requirements. You can use them regularly to maintain the financial transparency, accuracy, and control.